glad that you're here, that you've stopped in. And if you're not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to this channel. On this channel here, I give you the tools necessary to give you the confidence to invest in the cryptocurrency market. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. I have been thinking recently I'm thinking around with the idea of probably doing a weekly breakdown of the crypto market. And I don't know if anyone's going to find any value in it, but if it is valuable to you, let me know in the comment section. So to the first video, I'm going to be breaking down the cryptos that I'm watching on my watch list. And at first, we're going to start with XRP. And so mainly this crypto market breakdown is going to be mainly focused from a technical standpoint, where we do some technical breakdowns, see where price is, where price action is. And so, of course, I'd like to start with XRP. And as we can see here with XRP, we are just kind of in this range, if you will. I'm here on the weekly chart. I'm going to step down to the daily. And we've just been ranging or trading in this area of consolidation, right? And it just seems like price is just here. And of course, it makes sense, with all this going on with XRP, with the SEC, there's not a whole lot going on here. However, what I'm watching for is the price area of 34, this area here of resistance. And what I'd like to see happen on XRP is a break of this area, right? A retest, and then to see a revisit of 80. Ideally, I believe we would like to see a break of 80 cents for there to be a real breakout of this higher time frame level. And the reason why I'm saying that 80 cents or 78 to be more precise, but I like to use nice psychological round numbers. I believe a break of 80 cents would then declare a break of structure for this entire downtrend, right? As we can see here, the market has been making these lower high points, lower high points. And for the first time, we broke out of this really 2 year, about 2 years, 2 year bear market for the first time this year in November. So I'd like to see a new high be made here from a breakout from last November to really then validate that point. But that's for the long term. In the short term, I believe if we could see a break above 35, pushing to 40, and a close above on the daily or on the weekly, I think that would really give us some starts. We could start seeing some momentum on XRP, but don't want to spend a lot of time on XRP. There's not a lot there. Now, EOS is the next one on my watch list. And EOS right now, not a whole lot has changed. Previously, we're seeing these lower high points, also this lower high point here. And I almost got a little excited. When was this? I got a little excited at the beginning of the year when I saw this break above the trend line. And I was like, are we going to break out on EOS right now? But it was a false break. We broke above, closed right back underneath the trend line. And now we're continuing to consolidate. Now, this is what I'm looking for to spot the breakout on EOS. If we can take out $4 strongly, because we can see here in the past, back in August, we came and we revisited $40. We dropped back. We came up. We revisited $4. We dropped. We went up again in January. We dropped. In November, we went up. So it tells me that $4 is a key level for EOS. Now, as you can see on the Kraken chart, there's this massive gap that, would I call this a fill? Let me just say yes. So we would call this a fill, right? So $4, we see, especially when we see these massive wick rejections, that's really showing us that there is some sort of order or liquidity around that price point. So once we have the momentum to break $4, I think we can then see some action at EOS, but until then I think it's going to continue to range. Polkadot, wow, what can I say about the DeFi space, guys? DeFi really has been the sector in the altcoin space that's really been just taking all the news. As you can see here, you see I have my projection on DOT. This thing is bullish. All right, bullish AF, right? All we're waiting for on DOT, personally for me, is for DOT to take out this area of resistance. And the reason why I think it's going to take it out, if we just want to take my fibs out, and I would like to measure this move here from January, and look how quickly this thing moves. And this was January 11th, and we went up to a new high on January 16th. That's insane. That's like 8 days. Anyway, we went up and we see this nice little spike here. This was a pullback to it gapped the 61.8, and even if we were to say go up to the body, right, the close of the bodies, let's not even put the wicks in, let's just say the close of the bodies, right, let me see, right, we would still have that almost having that that 61.8 retrace, or that 50% retracement, right? Even if we take the wicks, it'll be a 50% retracement. There's a famous trader, forgot his name, that says if you want to confirm a continuation, anything that's about a 50% pullback or more will confirm a continuation after the pullback. And so what I'm expecting here is, we can see, naturally, you look at the charts, if you're familiar with technical analysis, you would think that this area of resistance, maybe we could see some pullbacks back into $10. If that happens, that would be great. However, based on the volume that we're getting, that I'm seeing in the DeFi space, I think we're going to take out this high, and I think we're going to continue to rock it up on DOT, because there's a whole lot going on right now with DOT. BTC, I probably should have done that first, right, guys? I mean, BTC is like dominating the story, but I just want y'all to see this wick on the monthly chart, right? That's a lot. Personally, I think this is profit taking that's happening on Bitcoin, and I just want you to pay attention here. Let me go down to the daily. So we've had this rally, many of you know, on Bitcoin. We're getting these pullbacks, and we're now starting to form, guys, a downward trend, right? We're getting these, we got this high, we have the lower high, right? We have a lower low here, right? We have a lower low here, right? We're just looking for the market, for Bitcoin to then come back and make another lower high. To then confirm the continuation of this downtrend. So we have this little mini downtrend here, and I believe that's going to continue to happen. And the reason why I believe it's going to continue to happen, I forgot to bring this up. The reason why I believe it's going to continue to happen is I just want you all to take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. Look at this, right? Bitcoin dominance is decreasing. And whenever the Bitcoin dominance decreases, it means that there is money going into the altcoin area. And it is clear to me that I believe, based on the Bitcoin dominance here, as we see, it's falling. And look at that big wick. It's going to continue to fall. And once the Bitcoin dominance continues to fall, I believe we're going to see this slow fall on Bitcoin. And we're going to continue to see the pump into altcoins, specifically into DeFi. And I just want to show you very quickly the DeFi index. Here we go. This is the DeFi index. I just want you all to take a look at this. Just take a look at this. look at all that volume, right? And so it looks to me that the money or the volume or liquidity that's coming out of Bitcoin and that's going into altcoins, I think it's safe to say it's probably going into DeFi, into the DeFi, right? So that's why I think right now, if you looked at my previous video that I talked about DeFi, you know, probably we got to probably start paying attention to those DeFi coins, protocols. You know, I don't have all of them here, but that's what I got on Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is going to continue to go. Ethereum, I think, is going to continue to go up, right? Because Ethereum is doing the opposite of Bitcoin. We're making these higher highs, we're making these higher lows, right? So we're in this, yes, we're having these pullbacks, but this is the kind of trend that we'd like to see, right? It's sustained, right? We're making a series of higher highs, higher lows. And Ethereum, I think, is going to continue to go up as we can see the Bitcoin dominance is coming out. Now, let me jump over to Uniswap, which was really one of the biggest movers. So between last week and this week, we had an 80% move on Uniswap, which was probably one of the bigger movers in DeFi, probably outside of Polkadot. As we can see here, Polkadot last week, between last week, oh, what's happening here? Between last week and the beginning of this week, as we all see, really gave us a huge move. The move starting January 11th. What's today's date? January 11th and today's January 25th, right? So probably since the beginning of January, actually since December, we've gotten a 269% move on Polkadot. So Polkadot is taking off, and Uniswap, again, part of the DeFi space, we're seeing, you know, we're seeing the same thing, right? We're seeing the same thing. Let me jump over to Ren, which is also similar to Chainlink. And this is the setup I have for Ren. If any of you can, I'm with Kraken, so I'm not able to look at Ren or to get into Ren. But 57 cents, it seems to me that we could get a nice move into 57, and then we do we have a continuation. Worst case scenario, we come back into 41 cents. Even if I were to buy in right now and we go back to 42, that'd only be a 30% pullback, right? So you'll only be down 30%, and then I see it's going to continue because, again, it already took out this high. So that's Ren. Next, we'll look at Chainlink. Just look at this, and look, my analysis played out to the T. It broke out of the trend line, broke out of this triangle, it came back to retest it, and we're continuing. Now, what's the realistic destination for Chainlink? Now, if you're not familiar again with technical analysis, if you have a triangle, you take the mouth of the triangle, you measure it, and then wherever it broke out, especially of an asymmetrical triangle, wherever it broke out, it will give you another area of where the next destination is, and it looks like 33 cents. 33 cents is the next area, next price point that Chainlink is running to. Again, DeFi bullish. ZRX surprisingly is not moving as well as the other ones. I think the DeFi tokens that are moving are the platforms, but ZRX seems to be a little different. But whenever ZRX breaks out, everybody, I'm telling you right now, this thing is gonna fly, and we're creeping. We've broke out of this resistance here at 50 cents. We're now trading at around 55 cents. We just need to see a break above 70, 72, about 80 cents. and I think ZRX will continue to move. Loopring, part of the DeFi space as well, bullish. We have this wick here. I think it's going to come up and fill this wick at 62, so I think there's still more upside for Loopring. ALGOrand, slow moving, but I believe once I'm looking for a break of 78 again, or 80 cents to be to just give a nice round figure. I'm looking for a break of 80 cents for me to be convinced that we're going to then break out on ALGOrand. So a break of 80 cents, I believe, is a safe thing. Now, would it be good to get in at any of these points? I think getting in now wouldn't be a bad thing, right? Even if we had a pullback, let's say if we had a pullback down to the trend line here to make a new higher low, which would then continue the trend that it's in, it would be a 50% pullback. So if you invested some of your funds and it goes back to the trend line, then you'll be down 50%. I think that would be a great buying opportunity as well. But until then, I think the breakout happens after 80 cents is taken out on ALGOrand. And SNX, I do need to do some research on this, guys. I know that some of you in the comment section have asked for research on synthetics, and so I'm going to do some research and I'll get back to you all on that one. But again, this is the DeFi index, bullish, right? Finally, BAT, basic attention token, that's moving. We've really taken off from these lows of 19 cents. We're now trading at around 32 cents. I see BAT continuing to move forward. XLM, similar to look at this huge gap here. Yeah, I'd call that a fill. But again, this is the Kraken chart. This gap doesn't exist in other charts. But we are in a place that I think we're going to continue to move. But until it doesn't seem like the peer-to-peer payment projects or tokens are not doing a whole lot of movement right now. It's really all the action right now is in DeFi when it comes to the altcoin space and with Bitcoin. And so that's my breakdown for today, guys. I didn't want this video to go on too long, but hopefully this has been helpful to you. Please, if you'd like me to do any technical breakdowns of any of the coins or any of the coins, or tokens you're looking at, please let me know in the comment section and I'll be sure to do a video on that. All right, guys, catch you all on the next one.